going on, Hazard Gang? It's been so long since I've done one of these videos, and the game has changed so much since our last upload about this, which was towards the end of 2019, actually. We're talking about the best ability cards in Red Dead Online today, or really should I say, one of the best loadouts to use, because there are so many powerful builds to help you out on the frontier, and the loadout we're discussing today is the one I use the most for a few reasons. It's universal application for game activities for one, and you'll also be able to run this setup no matter if it's free roam, showdowns, legendary bounties, legendary animals, etc., and of course how effective it actually is at achieving what it's supposed to do. So if you enjoy this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you want to stay up to date with everything Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online, consider hitting that subscribe button with your notifications turned on. So starting off with this build, it really is a universal setup. I find it really annoying to have to switch ability cards, and I'm the type of player who just wants to run one build consistently, and if I need to change one card, like in PvP for example, then I will, but otherwise I can't stand having to access that menu to change cards because it just feels really slow and unresponsive. Now, for any ability card loadout you run, I highly recommend you rank up each card to tier 3 so you can get the largest effect out of it. I've seen tons of comments from folks saying they never bothered to upgrade their ability cards because of the price or something like that, and honestly, at that point, it's almost like having no ability cards at that point. So definitely upgrade your cards to tier 3. Definitely do it for this loadout. Now, for the first passive card I run, it's Strange Medicine. With this passive ability card, you regain a little health whenever you inflict damage. Your health will otherwise regen at half the normal rate, and it unlocks at rank 32. Now, obviously, you are risking your lives by applying an ability card that would make your health regenerate half as fast, but if you need to heal up, you're most likely taking damage from somewhere, and if you're taking damage from somewhere, you need to shoot back, and just by firing back, you'll be gaining a lot more health. It's about 15% health every bit of damage you do, so when you're totally unloading into enemies, the halved normal health regeneration rate isn't noticeable at all, and this card will save you from a lot of gunfights. Now, the next ability card I use is Cold Blooded, and with this card, after killing an enemy, you will get back health over the next 5 seconds. It unlocks at rank 36, and again, it gives the same boost as Strange Medicine at tier 3, about 15%, but it heals you over 5 seconds by 15%. So with this card, you need to secure a kill first, and that's the main difference. And the combination of these two is great, because they do actually stack, Strange Medicine and Cold Blooded. You'll get constant health regen while you're doing damage on enemies, and then the moment you get a kill, the effect of Cold Blooded kicks in, and you get all of this healing from those two ability cards. This greatly outweighs the fact that your typical health regen is half as fast. If you're worried that your health regen is slower than you'd like and there's no enemies to kill or do damage on, well, you don't really have to worry about your health at all at that point because there is no threat to you, and this one is the perfect moment to tonic up if you'd like to. Now, for our last passive ability card, we're gonna go with Eye for an Eye. This pairs with our Deadeye card, which I will explain in a moment. Eye for an Eye means your headshots restore Deadeye. Unlocked at rank 28, this is a card you should pair with Painted Black, which is the Deadeye card we're using for this build. Since the update where Rockstar slightly nerfed Painted Black by requiring it to use more of your Deadeye bar, with Eye for an Eye, you're getting most of that Deadeye back per headshot. It doesn't fully give back all the Deadeye you used before your shot by quickly activating it to get a fast headshot and then deactivating it, but between your Deadeye use and all of the Deadeye that you're getting back between your normal damage and normal kills that you're getting, you don't have to worry about exhausting your Deadeye either. And in the occasional situation that you do, again, just take a snake oil. So, Painted Black, Eye for an Eye, Strange Medicine, and Cold Blooded as your ability cards. Hopefully you can see how useful this build will be for most situations. There's almost no need to worry about stamina. If I ever do run out of stamina, I'll just take a quick Bitters tonic. But the keys here obviously are the health and Deadeye, and all of these cards feed back into one another. Strange Medicine and Cold Blooded give me more health faster, so I don't need to rely as much on health cures because I'm constantly getting health from doing damage and getting kills. And Eye for an Eye with Painted Black feeds back into more Deadeye for me to use, so I don't need to pop snake oils all the time. It's just a really nice combo. I highly recommend you try it out, and this is the build you'll see me use in most of my gameplays, and we have many more loadouts to come, because if this isn't your cup of tea for either the type ability cards or your playstyle in this video, there will be more guides and best loadouts using damage cards and even defense cards for PvP situations, so I hope this build or other ones in the future can help you out. When I do these missions, I think it's always just good practice to start with some minty big game, that way your health has a gold core. This isn't necessarily a build where it's like, oh, you'll never need to take tonics again, but it does minimize your usage of tonics. So like here you could see we're running low on health, right? So all we need to do is just obviously play it safe. Don't face tank. I think that's probably my biggest problem with this game. It's funny in this game. The enemies just go for the flank. That's all they do. If you're sitting still, they just go for a flank. So you just gotta take it safe. Don't face tank, take some cover. Obviously don't stand still, but if you're not just running up at people trying to execute them, you're probably not gonna take so much damage that you're gonna actually die. And I think on any legendary bounty, it's a good idea. Obviously, I don't really go for headshots because I like pulling the trigger. But one of the main things is get that gold health core, because on legendary bounties, if you lose all your health and you get taken down to your core, it's important that you have the gold health core. Otherwise, you will get one-shotted. See by you, boss. Boom, right to the dome. Usually, I try and loot bodies as well. But what I noticed too is, especially like when I'm live streaming and stuff, like I try and loot every single body. But if you don't, it makes the mission so much easier because you're not just like passively taking all that extra damage while you're just standing there like an open target. I mean, I could loot these guys after. I just insist for some reason on looting them while I'm getting shot at. It's just there's not a real risk like in GTA where the NPCs just totally laser you. These enemies in Red Dead kind of miss a lot of their shots. It's pretty funny actually. But you will notice I am re-healing slower than normal, right? And that's because of the Strange Medicine ability card. But you're always doing damage. I mean, the only reason you're going to need to re-heal is probably because you're taking damage. And if you're taking damage from enemies, you're probably doing damage on them, right? There's no, like, it's not exclusive. You're probably not just taking damage for no reason, and you're probably not just doing damage on enemies without taking damage. So it's good to have this ability card because the more damage you do, the more health you get back. Man, this is so frustrating. You gotta like shoot this guy in the hand. There's been so many times where I end up just killing him by accident, like shooting the marshal or something. I've never been able to actually figure out how to do this mission other than that, by shooting him in the shoulder. I always need to shoot him there. If I shoot him any other place, we fail, because either this guy dies or something like that. Alrighty. Now we just gotta make sure we don't die here. This is usually the place where you take the most damage, I'd say, when all these extra enemies try and onslaught you. Try not to use Painted Black as much as I can as well. It's just a good ability card to have if you don't get that headshot and you're trying to and you're taking too much damage. It's a good way to clear out the enemies. Like, say you run into those situations where you really are low on health and you need that cover. Oh my god, my horse just freaking died. Oh no, he bucked the guy off. Yo, chill, Arlene. She's running away. All right, we're gonna keep Yukon Nick here on the ground. Oh, did he die? Oh no, the horse stepped on him. Why does that keep happening? Well, we ended up just disconnecting when I tried to replay the mission. So I think we're gonna end it there. I mean, you guys get the gist. You take cover with this class setup. You try and avoid gunfire if you are low on health. Obviously, go take a tonic if you need. Usually I would just take a tonic. I was just trying to show you for the purposes of this gameplay that tonics aren't absolutely necessary. This is a build that applies universally. You can use this in PvP. Obviously, I would probably swap out Cold-Blooded for Never Without One just so you can take that extra hat shot or that extra headshot. But otherwise, you really don't need to worry whether you're doing legendary bounties, legendary animals, just doing normal bounties, normal stranger missions, anything like that, deliveries for Trader or Moonshiner. You don't have to worry about taking a lot of damage and losing a lot of health because of these ability cards. Eye for an eye. If you're good at headshots and also Painted Black, it feeds back into your Deadeye, so you can use Painted Black more. And then Strange Medicine and also Cold-Blooded, you get health back for doing damage and also health back for 4 seconds every time you get a kill with Cold-Blooded. So it is really, really nice. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Online, and even Rockstar games as a whole. We'll be sure to keep you guys up to date with news, updates, tips, tricks, leaks, and all that fun stuff here on the channel daily. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. I practically live on all 3 of those websites, and you can feel free to strike up a conversation or even ask me a question. Whatever it may be, though, you can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all my social media links, including my Discord, can be found in the description down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.